Hello, everyone. Sorry, I did. I just looked at the comments here, and it says you're looking at the chopper. It says he was looking at my desk. It looks too organized, dude. You have no clue what it looks like. This thing's a mess. All right. Let's see. Let me move this around a little bit. Okay. What am I doing? I'm working on this thing here. So what I'm doing is I'm adding some Nuln Oil so I can bring out these highlights. What's up, Josh? I got this stupid music playing in the background. They don't really give you much. There you go. Trying to knock it down a little bit. I don't want to get spanked like I've been getting spanked by Facebook. All right, so what I'm doing, as you can see, let me move this over just a little bit. This is a resin skull I found on Amazon. Painted it. I'm going to go in and do some dry brushing later. But for right now, what I'm doing is I'm going in with some Nuln Oil. I was going to use an oil wash. We'll see. We'll see. I still might. So, just going in with a very fine brush and just on the corners there, as you can see. I'm not going to be on long. I just wanted to show you guys what I was up to in case there's any questions on what I'm doing. I know I get a lot of them. I don't get as many on YouTube or Facebook, but I get a lot of them on Instagram and on TikTok. It's usually with the TikTok, I like it because you can go live if you want. You got to have 1,000 subscribers, which I do, but I don't like going live because I got to pause and the screen. I only use my iPhone, so I don't have an iPad, so the screen is real tiny. So trying to see the comments on the screen are really what gets me. So I got some Nuln Oil in here, just straight Nuln Oil. There's nothing, no water, nothing cutting it. So I'm just adding a little something to bring out all this little detail. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, I did a few of them. A couple of them for my daughter. I freehanded most of the work. This was already sculpted on it, which made it a lot easier to paint. Although there's a lot of details you can see there. So this is about 2 days worth of painting. So, because in between I was, it's kind of hard when you're painting something like this. I mean, it's not hard to paint, but it's just handling it because there's so much, stuff you don't. So you got to, when you paint something, especially down here, you paint it and you seal it so your hands aren't all over it. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So, like I said, what I'm doing is I'm just going in. This is going to be time consuming, but it'll be worth it in the end. So you can see I'm just laying in a very thin coat of Nuln Oil. Like in the certain spots, I want to pick out some of these details. This thing has got some really nice detail work in it, and I don't want to lose that detail with all the color. I could have went with an oil wash, and maybe I should have, but I already started this, so I'm going to finish it with this. You see, I've got some parafilm covering my little jar there. But, yeah, so as you can see, what it's doing is And if it's in some places, if it's too dark, I take a little Q-tip. It's a little wet. I'll come in and just pull that out of there, just like that, like so. Same thing down here. Just mute it down a little bit. I don't want it too dark. I just want it dark enough to when you're sitting this off to the side, everything pops up. Now I could have went with a sepia wash. I should have. But this is going to be sitting on someone's desk or a table or altar or whatever they use it for. So I want you, when you're sitting it down, you're across the room, when you look at it, there's a lot of color on it. Well, all that color is just, and why is there a lot of color? Well, look at sugar skulls, guys. There's a lot of color on them. There's no rhyme or reason on the color. So a lot of the Mesoamerican art, it's colorful. So just adding very carefully. I don't want it to overpower everything. I just want to highlight what's already there. So I think I'm going to, I was telling my daughter the other day, I'm going to probably go pick up another easel, and I'll probably start doing some airbrushing work on panels and stuff again. I haven't done that in so long, man. It's just, but I've got the itch to do it, on top of the figures and the models and stuff like that there. Yeah, it's Aztec, Charles. It's Aztec. I have another one here. I did this one. This is all freehand work. I did this one for my daughter. I've had this skull for many, many years. So this is going to my daughter. I did this one. And again, it was all smooth, so I just did some freehand work on it. And that's all with a brush. And then this one here I did for her. This one I did for her so she can put her cards and stuff inside there. So, and again, that's all. That was airbrushed, and then I went in with a liner. But yeah, the rest of it's all freehand, with a regular brush. But these I found on Amazon, and then I got this one here that I'm going to be doing. This is a big one. It was painted in copper, so I'm just going to hit it with a bone colored primer. Throw a wash over everything. Hit it with a bone colored primer. Hit it with a bone colored primer. Throw a wash because you see all those little details. And then all this, I'm going to try to do it to mimic jade and turquoise. All of this in here, paint that to look like jade and turquoise. And then you have the sun god, feather serpent, he's there. And then, all these little details that are all around it. And then behind here, you have the warriors right there. Feathered. Actually, this is the feathered serpent right here. You have them right here. So yeah, this is going to be the next one, but I'm going to wait for a while to do that one. These things, I like doing them. I really do. Jesus Christ, they eat up paint, man. Eat up a lot of paint. And like I said, they're not plastic. They're solid resin. Got them on Amazon. So they're fun to paint. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's I used to do these a lot when I was a kid. Not on skulls, of course, but we do them on murals and stuff like that there. And the thing about a skull like this is You want to have a lot of vibrant color in it, you know. Um, the colors really don't matter. But you want to have earthy tones. You want to have bright tones, as you can see here, you know, and the blues, the greens, the reds, the pinks, the oranges. Um, yeah, they're fun to paint. I had a hell of a time finding the right paint I wanted, but I ended up going to ended up using, as you can see right here, all of this, and then I have some neon colors. Um, Scale 75's got some. I don't like them. Um, yeah, I don't like them. So I ended up picking up. I have some from like Scale 75 has the fantasy, and then they got the scale color. The fantasy are nice because they're nice and bright, but you know, I didn't have the ones that are from Vallejo, and I like using Vallejo scale model color. It just, I don't know. Some of those colors are nice and bright. So, as I said, what you're seeing me doing here is just adding a little bit of Nuln Oil, just where the color meets the other color. And all I'm trying to do is differentiate, just give it a shadow. And then once this dries, I'm going to hit it with another coat of clear, a gloss coat. It's already got 2 coats on there. But because you anticipate people handling it, you want to have a bunch of coats of clear on it. Thanks, Chop. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you know, I tell guys all the time, you know, when we're in the hangouts and stuff, you know, sometimes we get caught up in what we're doing, and we forget the beauty of I don't know, let's say color, for instance. When you're doing a car or when you're doing something, you know, you get all, you know, when you're getting ready to paint it, or even before you know, you've got something in your head and how you want to do it. Well, the color is everything. It means everything. And if you get the color wrong, well, you know, then it throws off the whole thing. And then some guys, I mean, throughout the years, I've spoken to a lot of guys, you know, about I don't like it and blah, blah, blah. And then when you break it down to why they don't like something, even before they finish, you know, when they can't finish a model or something, it's because the color's wrong. You know, they got the color wrong, and the color's throwing them off. So what I tend to do is I tend to stress the colors that I'm doing. And what I mean by that is, before like this thing here, I sat and stared at images on Google for, I don't know, I've got hundreds of them, you know, and just looking at, well, it started with the other ones that I was doing, the freehand ones I was doing, to try to familiarize myself again with stuff that I used to know back in the day. Because, you know, if you haven't done them in a while, you get rusty. So I was just looking online and just trying to figure out, okay, that color looks nice. That color looks good. And then I go, once I start getting an idea in my head of what I want something to look like, then I just shut myself away down here and I go to town. I started painting this on Friday in a hangout with the guys. So that's when I started doing it. I guess we were up till about maybe midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up early. So got off the hangout about midnight. Tried to go, you know, went upstairs, washed up, tried to go to sleep, couldn't sleep because the colors. I kept seeing the colors in my head, you know. So whoop, there I go, right back to doing. Came back downstairs. I was up till about 4. And then the next morning got up, and on Saturday had my coffee, my morning constitutional, and then I had been down here all day. I think I finished painting this, I don't know, about 11 o'clock last night. So yeah, it took quite a few hours to do. So you see, I'm just adding it in there on an angle, and then I have a sponge here. It's got a little water under, and then I'll just go over it like that, take off the excess that I don't want under. What show did you go to on Saturday, Josh? I remember you mentioned that you were going to, there was something you were going to go do. All right, so you see how it's starting to, all that's starting to pop out. I just don't want to miss certain spots. And with this stuff, you got to be careful how you lay it down, man. It'll dry quick. So I'm trying to let the capillary action do most of the work. As you see, like right there, I need a little bit more in there. Now, normally, guys, I would use an oil for this. I just thought I'd try something different. Not that I haven't used Nuln Oil before. I like the way the oils work. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. You like it, man? I like the colors, you know. Those explosion of colors, man, is what I'm really digging. Showed it to my wife and she loved it. I got asked on Facebook, what are you going to do with it? Well, it's for sale. That's why I do them. I really like that. Yeah, well, make an offer, brother. This is what I'm selling it for, but make an offer. And then you don't hear from them anymore. It's like when you guys build a model or build a car. You know, a lot of times, especially you guys that go in real deep with models, you know, you do all the real heavy lifting on them, you know, the chopping them up and all the work that goes into a motor. And these people don't understand, you know, the time and the time that you took to do all that. You know, the effort that goes into those things. Especially if see, I don't do this for profit. Yeah, the oils are here, Frank. I've got them. I don't know. Wanted to try something different. This is what I used to use before I moved to oils. It's not bad. I mean, it's good for I still use it a lot. I love their Recklin Fresh Shade and the Seraphine Sepia. I'm not a big fan of Nuln Oil, which is what I'm using right now. But for this, it was either I was going to end up using a black wash in here anyway. And the reason I went with a black wash is because I want all this to pop out. Once that dries, as you can see in certain spots there, you can start seeing all the detail. And there's a lot of detail on this, man. A lot. I mean, this is going to probably take me the better part of the day. Just right in here. The better part of a few hours to shade it all out. So far, I've got the inner part, first ring. Now I'm working on the second ring. Here we go. I'll show you. I'm working on like right in here. And again, I don't want to put it in too heavy. I just want to put it in thick enough to where it starts, you can see the separation. Just like that. And I'm just gently putting it, and I'm using this is a zero, a sable from Broken Toad. And then let me get the front here, certain there, and then I'll come around and I'll start going all the way around. Hell, I already got it this way. Let me just keep working it then. Come in there, in there. See what that does is now it's starting to separate all them. Charles Henderson says, first time I've done military diorama, show it off, and this guy took pictures of it because he loved it. You'd be surprised what you can do, Charles. You know, every now and then it's good to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you got all these the car. Here, let me give you an example. I like building sci-fi models, but every now and then I'll do a car because that's not my comfort zone. I don't know shit about cars. But I'm lucky enough that there's guys in the hangouts and guys on the syndicate, then and then you guys, that if I've got a question, like, hey man, what kind of motor sat in this car, or should I do this, or what's the stance on this? Is this muffler, or I'm sorry, is this bumper correct to this year? Stuff like that there. So that's my comfort zone is what you see me doing here. It's relaxing. I like doing it, and then I love seeing the stuff come to light. You see how that's starting to break it up? Now you're starting to see the separation. So I'm just being very careful not to put my hands up here because I don't want to smear it. Sometimes this stuff can be a real pain to get off if you're not careful. Now, what you see me doing is I'm getting the bottom ends first. That'll dry. I'll flip them upside down, and then I'll get the other parts. That way, I don't have any running or anything like that there. So I'm getting all the parts here that are very easily accessible, and I know it's not going to run. So I'm basically just laying it in there. We are going to be doing, and I'll have another video up about it soon. I'm just waiting for the product to come in. I had that video on that Medusa bust, so we're going to be doing that at the end of July. This way, it gives time for everybody to get theirs. Whatever products they're going to use. So it'll be July 30th, which is a Saturday, and it'll be at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going to do it again like we did the last time. A bunch of the guys are going to get together, and we're going to sit down and we're going to paint. This one's going to be a little different because she's a Medusa. So there's, the snakes and stuff. I still need to order. There's some paints I need to order. The Vallejo Color Shift or Galaxy Dust, I think they're called. So I need to pick up some of those for the snake head or the bodies of the snakes. It's a color shifting paint. Now I have the ones from Green Strawberry. Is that? No. What is that? The Green Stuff World? I'm not too fond of them. So I used to hear good things. Well, when they first came out, I heard good things about the Vallejo ones, the color shift paint. I haven't bought them yet. And then the other night, Mikey showed me showed us a video of this figure painter. She used them on her Medusa, which is it's a full bodied Medusa. And I really like the way they made the snakes come out. Looks really good. So kind of convinced me that I was on the right track with those Vallejo ones. So as you see, I'm just very carefully putting it in all the recessed parts. And if I got any overflow, I'll take my finger and I'll just brush it right off. So see. Again, it's just Nuln Oil from Citadel. There's no you see this? This is Future. I tried making my wash with ink, some Future. Well, you take ink, you drop a little matte medium in there, you mix it up, you drop a little Future in there, and a few little drops of water, and it works really good. I didn't like the way it was looking on here, so that's why I'm not using it. And it dries too fast because of the Future. I mean, it's like right there, and I need enough time where I can move this stuff around. That's where the oils would have come in, but I don't know. I didn't want to have to go digging for the lamp black. I've got a ivory black, but that's not what I want. The ivory black is sitting right over here. So I need to. I don't even think I got any lamp black, to be honest with you. So I need to check my cabinet over behind me. But this is working okay. So what I end up doing is I'll lay a little bit down, let that dry a little bit, and then go back and do another one. You know, if I need to darken it up, I will. If I don't, I won't. As you can see, it's laying down real good. Here in the center here, there's a line, so I'll go across there, wipe off any excess like that. I'm in here. Yeah, like I said, this is going to take me the better part of the day to do. Just like that. Always keep some of these handy, guys. These are those little makeup wedges. That and these. I got these on Amazon. If you guys want, I can while I'm letting this dry, I can drop the link for those. You can get like 500 for $12. I think it was. Might be more now. It's been a while since I bought them. They're almost like those Tamiya ones, the pointed ones. These are makeup brushes, the women use for makeup, but they're really good. Chopper's asking me, have I ever tried using an interference pigment, a blue, lilac, or silver with a paint to get that effect of sheen like snakeskin? Thinking I better test mine before the Medusa. I have those pigment powders. I'm trying to see what I did with them. I can't think of the name of them, but you can get them at Hobby Lobby. You know which ones I'm talking about. I used to mix that stuff up in like my clear, and then once I would paint everything, I'd take the clear and I would shoot it with an airbrush over it, and I got a real nice, color to it. But this is a little smaller. Can you use it? I don't know. I've never tried it. Not with the paint. Mixing it with paint. I used to mix it with my clear though, Chop. That Medusa is going to be fun to paint, guys. It's going to be fun to paint. I still haven't figured out, or in my head, I still haven't decided what color skin I'm going with. But I might. I saw something again. Mike's always showing me, stuff, and it kind of got me thinking. Um, I might get a little bit bougie with the skin tone and put scales on her and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. This is going to be gloss coated. What I use is Krylon. I get it at excuse me, I gotta clean this brush out. So every now and then you gotta clean them out because the shit starts getting in the ferrule, and I don't want that all up in the ferrule there. Excuse me, I'm getting ready to sneeze. Excuse me. Pardon me. So I use the gloss coat, UV gloss. I get it at excuse me, at Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon, but I get it from Hobby Lobby. That's what I use. If it's something small, or if I'm sitting at the desk here, I'll use Aqua Gloss, or I'll use GX200. I think that's what it's called, or an Automotive 2K Clear. But since my grandson has been here living with me, he likes coming down. Now I've got a room off to my right here that has my big air booth in there and stuff. But if my grandson's here, I try not to shoot the Automotive Clear when he's around, because even if you got an extractor, you're still going to get some vapors in the house. And excuse me, I don't. Even if you're wearing a mask or something, you still get the residual smell. So what I'm going to shoot this with, Frank, is a gloss coat of UV gloss, Krylon UV gloss. You can use a satin coat, but I want a gloss coat on this. The gloss coat will bring out the colors. If I use a matte, it'll mute everything down. The gloss, once I hit it, all of this is neon color. So if you hit it with a black light, all of a lot of this, the sun, the face, there's certain parts of this, the greens, the oranges, the pinks, the yellows, right in here, that all will all glow. And if I put that under, shoot it with a mat, it'll kill the glow on it. So, but no, it's going to stay a gloss. I prefer a gloss on it. What I may do, though, is after this is glossed, I may take a brush and take a mat and just, because I need to dry brush a little bit of something right here, just some speckling. Once I do all that, I'll just take this off. Just make a quick tape, just a piece of tape, hit it with a brush with some gloss, or a matte coat to knock the skull itself down. But as far as the colors, I want those bright and I want those glossy. So, especially when you're using a neon color, you want those colors to jump out. All right. So I'm trying to be careful not to put my hands up here. There you go. Get that little spot there. Turn them around. Trying to take advantage of an angle where the capillary action will do the work for me. That's why you see me keep moving them in different funky little angles. So, too much on that brush. So, like I said, all I'm doing Just picking out some details on this guy, just so everything can stand out real nice. See, like right in here, it's molded all one piece, so I got to be real careful when I come in and make a nice straight line. Yeah, it's gonna pop, man. I mean, it pops now. It's got two coats of clear on there now. Once all this is done, I do the little speckling and dry brushing, like in here. Once all that's done, then you know, I'll hit it with another coat. Because, like I said, people, people are going to be handling it. So I want to make sure that it's got enough protection on there. You know. Like I said, I almost used an automotive primer on there, but I thought, nah, I better not. See, like in here, all these little jewels, I want those to stand out when you're looking at it. So I got to be real careful as I lay this stuff in there, so I don't mute the color with the Nuln Oil. There it is. Just like that. There you go. See that? See how now that's right there, that one, and then here's the other side. So you see the difference between that side and that side there? You can see the detail now. Again, this is a good brush for this. Even if you make a mistake, use your finger. Wipe it right off. It's like that. Now look at it. See the difference? All right, we need to get up underneath here. Like so. There you go. Now I'll go inside the sockets once this is all done with a dry brush, and I'll just tap, some dark umber or whatever, or maybe even a color. I might even put a little color in there to give it a glow look, but we'll see. Same thing with the nose, the teeth, all of that. But it's far from done. But all this, I want to get it done because this is the most tedious part of it, of doing these things. Okay, so now that I got the bottom part all the way around, well, let me start on this side now, this bottom part. Yeah, it's just Citadel Nuln Oil, nothing special. Just running it along on the inside corners there, letting the capillary action do the rest. And the reason it's flowing in there real nice is because it's got a clear on there. I wouldn't do clear your stuff. If you're going to do something like this, make sure you put a coat of clear down first. That way it's nice and slick and it moves, But you guys would already know that. So this is for guys that don't. And like I said, normally I don't use black because black is not a natural shadow. But because these colors are nice and bright, I need something that'll help it to stand out. Yes, that's exactly what I'm planning, Chop. I'm going to drill a couple of little holes, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe just paint. Like the ones I have a couple of them, like this guy here that I freehanded. You can see there's in the teeth, there's the jewels. Um, I have the other one I did for my daughter's desk. Well, both of them are for her desk. Um, they all got jewels in the teeth. So this one's going to have, here's got the nose plug right there. He's got the lip plug here, here. And I think I might just put, a few of them, like maybe every other tooth. We'll see. So yeah, this is the kind of liking the way this is coming out. So I'm trying to get it in there, but I don't want it to pull up in the corners. There you go. Yeah. So I'll go all the way around these two parts here. And then once that's dry, I'll flip them upside down and I'll get the other ends, the bottom parts of it. But that'll be later. I'm going to do this first and then I'll work on the other stuff later. After dinner, maybe. Because I want to give this stuff a chance to dry to see if I got to go over any parts. Like I said, you see me using my hand when there's some gets over. There's no. Just wipe it right off of my hand. Then if I got to use an eraser or something, I use my gypsy brush here, or I use one of those. Okay. As what's his name said, all right. We're getting there. Coming along really good. So.
Oh, you are still painting.
Yeah, what's up? What do you need?
No, I was just going to see if you wanted to try on this shirt of yours. It's like a guayabera.
Did it shrink?
No, not the new one.
Excuse me, guys.
I haven't washed the new one yet. I'm talking about.
Okay, I'll be up in a minute. Let me finish.
It could wait.
Okay. My wife, we're getting ready to go to visit my son in California. He lives in San Jose. So my wife has been making sure I don't look like a bum, she says. Nah, she's just making sure I have the right clothes for the, comfortable clothing. So you see, yeah, I have a couple of them, Charles. The cool part about what you're talking about and it's something that I've thought of, and a bigger piece like this is nice, especially when they're a little bit solid. With one of those, I've got these little jewels that my daughter she owns a nail salon where they do nails. So my wife buys a bunch of these things so she can get them put on her nail. Well, I have some that are turquoise and jade. They're real small, fingernail size, real stuff they put on their fingernails. I could put them on here. Just a little UV glue. You put it down, bam, no problem. So yeah, I'm already thinking about that. I almost did it here, and here, and I still can. I can just. I've got some that I can glue right on top, and it'll look really nice. But we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on where this ends up. Because if it ends up with a client, then I do what they ask me to do with it. If they want it, they pay for the jewels, and I'll put them in. If they don't, then I'll do what I want to do with it. And I'll pull out some of the stuff my wife has, and I'll end up using them. I'm going to have to add a little water to this because it's starting to. I've been at it for, I don't know, a couple of hours already. And it's starting to gel up on me or dry up in there. So what I'll do is I'll add a little water to cut it in a minute. I don't want it to be too thick, because then it doesn't run. All right. Yeah. I have my Proxon. I have the cool thing. I've got this one that my daughter gave me. This is she uses it for nails, but it works really good. This one right here. I use that one for small projects, where I don't want to pull out the Proxon. And then I've got a couple of them. All right, I gotta add a little water to this. There we go. Just a little squirt there. It's starting to get too thick. Amazon. Hold on, I'll drop the link here if anybody wants it. Give me a second here. Let me find the link. Give me a second. I'm just going through my Amazon real quick so I can give you guys the link. I'm going to put the link in the comment right here. Bam, there's the link. That's where I got the skull from. That's this one. This is this one right here. Then there is, let me close this so it doesn't dry up on me. Then there's the bigger one. And now this one is, I paid $30 for this one. And then the bigger one, which is this one right here. Again, I gotta paint it a bone color, but that one, the link for that one is right there. So the first one, the first link is for this one. The second link is for this one. If you want those the Q-tips that I buy, the pointed ones, you get 400 of them. 400 of them for $6 on Amazon Prime. I'll give you the link for those too. This is the link that's coming up right now for these right here, the pointed ones. They don't fall apart like the regular ones. So if you click those links, you got the two skulls. The first link is for this one. The second one is for the bigger one. That link I just put down there is for these Q-tips. Excuse me. Yeah. So if there's anything else you guys are wondering about, let me know. I'll be more than happy to whatever it is that I'm using to show you guys what I'm using. Here's another one that I use. These are $8. You get 4 packs. There's 200 in each pack. Same thing. I don't know if it's going to let me put the image on them. There's those right there. Let me see. Did it show it? Nope. Sorry. What the hell? Let me get rid of this. Hold on, guys. It's not letting me delete it. How are you supposed to delete this comment? Anyway, that's the other one. If you click that big link, I don't know why it hit it so many times, but it won't let me delete that comment. Are they similar to Tamiya? Yeah. I mean, Tamiya, they're not exactly like Tamiya, but you know what? I've had Tamiya ones, and these, they work the same for me. So I don't know. Yeah. So let's see. So that was the 800 ones, and then you get 4 packs. That's 800 for $8. So that's not bad. Pretty goddamn good. Just trying to find something else that I was using. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. Excuse me. I'm just trying to shut my Amazon off. There we go. That's a good deal. It's a good deal, Charles. Especially if you go through a lot of them. No, that's all right, Frank. Don't worry about it, bro. I know what you meant. We just all right. Now, before I start working all up and down here, I want to finish this. So now, flip them upside down. And then let me pick a spot right there. And just work my way around. So this will be my afternoon, man. Let's see, I think I might have added just a little bit too much water in there because it's not as, well, it'll work. It'll be fine. Those things, Charles, those things come in real handy, man. You know, I go through a lot of them. I use them, especially when I'm painting. I'll get I'll have like I don't know, 9 or 10 sitting on the desk here. I have a little cup like this here with, if I'm using oil paints, a little paint, lacquer thinner in there, and I'll dip one in there, and I'll use that as an eraser. Works really good for that. So I'm going to work my way around, guys, all the way around it. And just slowly add the little shadow in there. Again, I don't want it black, but where am I at? Okay. So I'm just trying to add that little shadow in there to give it that little 3D effect. So there we go. That's the first part of it. Oh, I can see I missed a spot right here. Right there. Now this, I got asked on Facebook, did I airbrush that? No, that's all brush painted. The only thing that was, this is Army Painter, the skull primer. That's what that is. But no, none of this is airbrush. It's all done with a traditional brush. Okay, we got that. Now let's start working in here. So, all right, we're gonna let that dry now for a while. All right, gents, it's been about an hour. I'm gonna go get some a late lunch or dinner or whatever it is that they're cooking up for me upstairs. So I'll let this sit. That's parafilm. That's this stuff right here. You get that on Amazon. I buy it in the rolls. I use it for masking. I use it for all kinds of shit. It works really great, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching, man. I appreciate you guys, spending an hour of your Sunday with me. If there's any questions on what I'm doing here, man, just please feel free to just drop a comment, man. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. I know this is not a model, but it's painting. We're gonna get back into the models. I'm waiting for some stuff to show up. There's a couple of cars that I think I want to do, you know, and maybe some sci-fi stuff. So after the next in mid-July, July 30th, we're gonna start. I'll be gone to California for the next couple weeks. So when I get back, you know, we're gonna start ramping up doing some stuff with the guys. So again, we're going to be doing the Medusa. I'll have a video of her as soon as she comes in. I'll show you what she looks like, where you can buy it, and you guys come and hang out with us while me and the boys are sitting there painting. Again, thank you for watching. You know, thank you for spending your hour of your Sunday with me. You know, I always say, be good to each other. Leave politics out of the hobby. We have no room for it here, man. We can all agree to disagree. But, you know, when you come into beauty and color and into modeling it, politics don't belong in the community. So be kind to your children. Leave the drama to the goddamn queens, brothers and sisters, and by all means, paint or build a model. It's Gilbert saying peace. Enjoy your week. Ciao.